Ireland, this beautiful windswept island nation on the western fringes of Europe, is a relatively sparsely populated place. Curiously, however, the historical impact of Ireland on one of the world's most powerful nations extends far beyond the country's modest size. 26 out of 46 US presidents can trace their ancestry to this island, an astonishing number for a population of just 7 million people. How has such a small nation had such a large impact on the United States? What other places in the world has this small island nation influenced? And what is the situation in Ireland today? Stay connected if you want to find out more, and please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you would like to discover more curious connections around the world. The island of Ireland, with a land area similar to the state of Maine in the US or the country of Austria, is home to about 7 million people, 5.5 million in the Republic of Ireland and 1.5 million in Northern Ireland. Compared to the United States, it's tiny in both size and population. Yet, the influence of Ireland on US politics is immense and rooted in a history of both triumph and tragedy. There are, of course, other nations that have impacted the United States more, most notably England, Germany, and France, for example. But these countries are larger, more influential nations with historically much bigger populations. Ireland, by contrast, is an outlier, especially given its modest size and population. In the mid-19th century, however, Ireland was home to over 8 million people, but by the mid-20th century that number had halved to just 4 million, a stark contrast to the population growth seen in most other countries during the same period. This dramatic decline was rooted in Ireland's complex and often tragic history. Centuries of colonisation, land dispossession and economic exploitation left much of the population dependent on the potato as their primary food source. When the Great Famine struck in the mid-1840s, devastating the potato crop, the consequences were catastrophic. Over 1 million people died of starvation and disease, and millions more were forced to emigrate in search of survival. Between 1820 and 1930, over 4.5 million Irish people left for the United States. Often penniless, sometimes illiterate, and predominantly Catholic, they established strong communities in major cities like New York, Boston, and Chicago. Despite initial prejudices and hardships, their rise through American society has been remarkable. 9 US presidents, including John F. Kennedy and Joe Biden, can trace their lineage to this Southern Irish diaspora, symbolizing the journey from poverty to political power, a testament to the American dream of integration and success. Though hold on, didn't I say at the beginning that 26 out of 46 US presidents can claim their heritage from the island of Ireland? What is less well known is that there is another layer to this story, one also tied to the division of the island and its complex history, the Ulster Scots. These Presbyterian settlers from Scotland moved to the north of Ireland in the 17th century as part of the British plantations of Ireland. While they were initially brought in to solidify British control, they soon found themselves caught between the Catholic Irish majority and the Anglican British elite. As Presbyterians, they faced religious persecution and economic hardship, prompting many to seek refuge and opportunity in the New World. An incredible 23 out of 46 US presidents can trace their lineage to this group alone. Combining those with both Southern and Northern Irish heritage, over half of all US presidents can claim Irish ancestry. This dual heritage reflects not only Ireland's complex history, but also America's evolution towards greater religious and cultural acceptance. Today, around 70 million people worldwide claim Irish descent, including 35 million in the US alone, about 10% of the population. From St. Patrick's Day parades to Irish pubs, the cultural impact is undeniable. Even the White House was designed by an Irishman, James Hoban. Significant Irish populations have also established themselves in other English-speaking countries like the UK, Australia and Canada, though believe it or not, there are even 1 million Irish Argentinians. In modern times, the relationship between Ireland and the US has evolved, becoming heavily influenced by economics. Ireland's low corporate tax rate has attracted numerous US multinationals, including tech giants like Google, Apple and Microsoft. This has made Ireland a significant hub for US foreign direct investment. While this has boosted Ireland's economy, it's not without controversy, as critics argue it undermines global tax fairness. Despite the complexity of geopolitics, Americans remain deeply connected to their Irish heritage. For many, Ireland is more than a destination, it's a journey to their roots. From the mystical passage tomb of Newgrange, older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids, to the lively pubs of modern Dublin. From the dramatic cliffs of Moher, where the wild Atlantic meets Ireland's rugged coast, to the rolling green fields of the Ring of Kerry. Ireland weaves a timeless story that calls out to those of Irish descent. In 2024, the US elected Donald Trump as its 47th president. His Scottish and German heritage does not add to the Irish tally, and perhaps hints of a waning of past influence as well as changes on the horizon. As global economics evolve, Ireland's dependence on US corporate investments might also face new challenges. The future of the relationship is uncertain, though the cultural, economic and political bonds between Ireland and the US remain as strong as ever. Will Ireland's economic prosperity endure, or could we potentially see another wave of emigration? Only time will reveal the next chapter in this transatlantic saga.